Bitcoin today, Bitcoin was doing pretty well early in the day when the stock market was up. But what do we know about the stock market? When the stock market dives, what does Bitcoin do? It usually gives up its gains and goes lower. At least Bitcoin is holding a small gain. But again,
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. In this video, Gareth Soloway dives into his trades of the day for Bitcoin, the looming market flush, and brewing crypto troubles. Let's catch him up to uncover his insights and strategies.
if we see much selling on Thursday and Friday, and I don't know, maybe the first of the year will bring in new money into the market, maybe 401ks get their new money, whatever it may be. So maybe we do get a bounce. But if we see continued selling, how long until Bitcoin breaks this level, right? This major supported 92 to 91,000 area. And when that happens, that's a real concern for bulls. And one of the things that's been bothering me a lot, right? So if you're someone who's into Bitcoin, and I'm a big fan long-term, like, listen, I'm a trader, so I'm going to be long and short, and I follow the levels, and the 108, 107 levels where I had the top. So far, that's been dead on. But really, what keeps me up at night about Bitcoin in terms of a bull scenario is that Bitcoin has now fallen about, 15% off of the highs of the chart, while MicroStrategies continues to buy. In fact, MicroStrategies yesterday announced that they bought another 2,000 Bitcoin. So why is that happening? Why, and does that mean that if MicroStrategies ever stops buying, does Bitcoin have this air pocket down as well? Maybe that's the catalyst. Maybe MicroStrategies finishes buying and there's that air pocket down to 74, 75,000. Now that's the level I'm looking to buy. We get down there, then we start to look at the charts and say, okay, let's get into this on the long side on Bitcoin. But right now, it's holding support. Give it credit. Tip your cap to it. It's holding support. Maybe it holds support, rallies up to resistance right here. But if it breaks here, that's where trouble starts. Okay? And so again, just giving you guys the level. Let's look at Ethereum. Heck, I haven't looked at Ethereum for a while here. Ethereum does not look good, guys, in the short term. Listen, I have no idea about the long term. My concern about the short term is your flagpole and then your flag here. What type of flag is that? That's a bear flag. I mean, it is what it is. Now, if we could break above this level of around 3,500 and start trading up here, now it can negate the flag pattern. But right now, this is a bear flag pattern. It just is what it is. Whether you're a bull or a bear on Ethereum, the pattern is the pattern. I don't get to make up the patterns. The patterns show themselves in the charts, and it basically dictates what ends up happening, right? Or at least probability-wise, it's the more likely scenario of what happens. All right? Now, Solana, let's look at Solana here as well. Throw in a couple of these others. We'll do a couple metals as well. What the heck? Let's have some fun on this last day of the year. Solana, to me, it still looks like it could have a little bit of upside here. I still think you could head here, but this line is your big line here on Solana. If it can get above this, then it can go back to your highs all the way up around 260. But again, is this a bearish pattern? Yes, I just think it could go up a little bit more, but then you still have to respect the bearish pattern on the chart.
Bitcoin ended the year trading within a narrow range, stuck in what analysts are describing as a void between liquidity. After a drop to $91,500 on December 30, bulls mounted an effort to avoid closing below the neckline of a looming head and shoulders pattern on the daily chart. This bearish setup hints at a potential downside target of $76,000 to $80,000 if confirmed. Holding above $94,000 remains crucial to maintaining Bitcoin's current trading range of $92,000 to $100,000. Despite a brief rally to $96,250 on New Year's Eve, sellers and short positions continued to dominate, keeping Bitcoin's price depressed. Data from TRDR.io indicated that spot selling persisted across exchanges, with the rally driven largely by futures activity. While bids at key support levels absorbed selling pressure, the uptick in perpetual futures by volume suggested margin longs were capitalizing on dips near the lower end of the range, around $91,000 to $93,000. Market technician Axel Kibar noted that a breakout above $100,000 would invalidate the bearish head and shoulders pattern, making this level a critical marker for bulls. Meanwhile, Skew, a prominent crypto trader, highlighted the absence of clear liquidity imbalances, characterizing the price action as being trapped in a liquidity void. He advised traders to monitor bid and ask levels for signs of shifts in market dynamics. The coming days will be pivotal for Bitcoin's trajectory. Sustaining the $94,000 to $94,500 level on daily closes could pave the way for a push toward $98,800, where the next significant resistance block awaits. With 2025 underway, traders are watching closely to see if increased volume breaks Bitcoin free from its current stagnation.
Gold today had a nice day, up about $17.50. It is still holding this technical trend line right here. Look at that beauty right there. Again, is this a bearish pattern? Yes, but the positive for gold today, and there's no doubt about this, is that the stock market sold off, Bitcoin came off of its highs, gold actually ended near its highs. That's showing you that it is getting some money flow as a safety asset. And again, that's something that we always talk about, is that gold, eventually Bitcoin is that. I don't think it's there yet, as we see from the price action, but right now gold is still gold, and it's getting that aspect to it. Now, if we look at silver today, we take a look at silver. Silver, neutral to negative. Why is silver negative? Because there's more and more industrial concerns, whether it's China, whether it's higher rates for longer, holding the market hostage and the economy, slowing the economy. Silver being at least 50% an industrial metal was slightly lower today, and the bearish pattern has told us that, right? This was a very clear bearish consolidation, broke down, bearish consolidation. It still should go down here. I'll still look to buy. Palladium, guys. Let's look at palladium here on the charts. Take a look at this. Palladium inched out a small gain. Now, palladium's actually holding this downsloping trend line. It's a beautiful trend line here. As long as it holds this, you're probably a buyer. If it breaks this, it goes here. I'd remain a bull on palladium, though. I still think the scarcity aspect with the problems that the government's going to have, regardless of whether or not Doge comes through and makes cuts, it's not going to evaporate the U.S. debt. I mean, let's be fair. It just maybe won't grow quite as fast. Especially with $1 trillion in interest payments alone per year now, which is ridiculous. The idea is that, yes, palladium, platinum are industrial metals, but they're much scarcer than gold. Yes, gold is in more demand because it's gold, but I still think the scarcity aspect is a positive over the next 3 to 5 years for palladium and platinum. By the way, copper, not good. Look at copper. All right, bearish consolidation, breakdown. There's another bear flag, breakdown. Here's your target on copper at 395. That would be where you start to nibble maybe for a bounce. But again, copper is just making it look like the global economy is in major trouble. All right, let's go to oil real quick here. If we take a look at oil, you guys know I've been bullish on oil, and it continues to be the right call here with an upside target. This is your downsloping trend line. First target here, second target right through here, and then third target right there. This is a resistance. It's not shortable for me just because risk reward is not good enough. If it gets up here, I've told you guys this would be starter position short, starter number 2, or add DCA, a level dollar cost average for my short. I think the bigger picture here is still eventually we head lower on the chart. Eventually we break down. It's just getting it high enough to make the short worthwhile with minimal risk on oil. So short term, bullish on oil. But if you ask me where I think it is in 6 to 12 months, I think it's below 65, below that technical support, and we could be headed much, much lower on that front.
Ethereum's prospects for delivering significant rallies in 2025 appear uncertain, with 10x research suggesting that it might underperform compared to Bitcoin during a much-anticipated bull run. Marcus Thielen, head of research at 10x Research, argued that Ethereum's medium-term potential seems lackluster, citing concerns about its ability to generate real demand beyond staking. He noted that the network's active validator count had recently declined, with a 1% drop in growth over the past month, signaling potential risks of validators exiting the ecosystem. While Ethereum launched several upgrades in 2024, including the Duncan upgrade aimed at reducing gas fees, their impact on price was minimal, especially as market attention shifted toward competitors like Solana. The upcoming Pector upgrade in early 2025 has also been met with skepticism, with Thielen pointing out that historically, Ethereum upgrades have rarely driven substantial price increases outside of broader Bitcoin bull markets. Despite these concerns, some analysts maintain a cautiously optimistic outlook. Michael van de Poppy, founder of MN Capital, suggested Ethereum might gain relative strength against Bitcoin in early 2025. At the same time, other traders emphasized Ethereum's range-bound behavior and suggest that its price could either stage a breakout or retest lower support levels near $3,000. Ethereum's underperformance relative to Bitcoin in 2024, with returns of 46.3% compared to Bitcoin's 121.4%, underscores the challenges it faces in regaining momentum. However, its future trajectory remains uncertain, as factors like improved marketing strategies and new catalysts could potentially reignite investor interest. As the year unfolds, Ethereum's ability to differentiate itself and attract meaningful demand will likely determine its standing in the market. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.